call me Mr. Psychology, because I just did an experiment with my friends. So for this experiment, I chose to do Project 2, option visual versus auditory memory, which requires us to design an experiment to test if people have better visual memory or better auditory memory. So my procedure goes as follows.
The subject will have 15 seconds to memorize a sequence of 10 numbers. After those 15 seconds, I will take the paper away from them, and then we're going to wait another 15 seconds, and then I'm going to ask them to repeat the numbers in the way they saw them. So from the first number to the last number. How scoring is going to work is I am going to give them 1 point for every number they get in the sequence. So if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, they got 1, 2, 3, 5. They would get 3 out of 4 points, right? And then if they guess a number that's in the number sequence but out of order, I would give them half a point. Because they're still remembering like the number, but it's not in order. So it's a little bit different. So I give them half a point for that. For the auditory, it's very similar. I just read out 10.
Makes sense? And then we're using the scores. We're gonna make some conclusions at the end of the video. So here is some epic tests that I just performed with 3 subjects. This mic is not plugged in to anything. Caitlin, I have a visual and auditory test for you. Okay, we're gonna test your memory. I'm gonna give you 15 seconds to memorize these numbers, 5 to 86, it goes like that, right? And then I'm gonna ask you to repeat them back to me.
Okay.
And based on that, you're gonna be graded, given a score, 0 out of 10 to 10 out of 10.
Okay.
The goal is to repeat them in order, okay?
Okay.
So, here you go. You got 15 seconds to try to memorize it. Aiden, I'm gonna need you to tell me when 15 seconds are up.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait. Oh. Okay. Wait.
And time.
Okay. Now we're gonna wait another 15 seconds. Really consider what you looked at. Try to remember as many numbers as you can in order.
Dude, well, like, you just edited this out.
Well, I'm gonna edit that out now. Has it been 15 seconds?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Caitlin, go.
5, 10, 12, 19, 50, 56. 37, 73, 60, 86. I missed one. What was the one that I missed?
You missed 4 before 70. But
You did way better.
You did pretty well, to be honest. I'm gonna.
Well, because I was 5, and then I was 10, and then I was 19. But then I was... No, there was a 12 in there. But it's okay. I already passed.
Moving on, we got the other test.
Okay.
We got the auditory test.
Oh, you're going to say it.
So I'm going to say them out loud,
shoot.
and then you're going to have to repeat them after a 15-second break. Okay? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 12, 3, 77, 34, 98, 66, 18, 1, 54, 14. Now you got 15
I forgot
seconds.
all of them.
Really try to remember.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to wait. Is it time?
Yeah.
Okay, 12, 18, 77, 68. That's it.
Thank you. I appreciate you participating in the test. It is invaluable that I can perform well on this final for Mrs. Winter. Pan the camera to me, please.
Maybe I can
Miss
get points
Winter,
too.
I swear that this is going to be good, and I promise that the rest of the subjects are going to be even better than Caitlin. Hello, Aiden. You are subject 2. And that means that you gotta do better than subject 1. No, it doesn't. But I'm gonna give you.
All right.
Okay, let's hear them.
5, 10, 19, 6, 53, 4, 73, 60, 36, or 37, 63, 86.
You said 11 of numbers, but you did pretty well. So I'll give it to you. Okay, now let's go to the auditory test. Okay, you ready? I'm about to
Yes.
say 10 numbers.
Yes.
Repeat them back in the order I said them.
Okay. Okay.
Try to repeat them back to me.
I think I heard 44 somewhere. 18. I think a 9. 20 something. 26. That's about it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
You good? That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many did I get?
0. You got 1. Well, you got 1, but it was out of order. So I gave you a half point.
Did subject 2 do worse than 1?
So, well, I can't. I'll discuss that this week. I'll discuss that in the conclusion after this next subject. This is subject 3, Lucy. And now we're gonna wait another 15 seconds, and you're gonna repeat them back to me.
5, 10, 19, 12, 56, 73, 4.
Keep it, just try to get 10 numbers. That's 7.
I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Okay, now I'm gonna read you numbers, and you're gonna try to repeat them back to me. Okay? After 15 seconds. Okay, go.
I don't know.
Any of them?
No.
You can't even like guess. You don't even remember any of the numbers. It doesn't have to be in order.
77.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for participating. Here, we gotta get this on camera. So, welcome to the conclusion. And based on all the evidence you just saw, that it's pretty clear that visual memory is a little bit more effective than auditory memory, at least in this case with these specific subjects. We can't speak to the whole thing because we only did 3 tests, and they even had some flaws, which I'll get to later. But we saw a lot more encoding failure in the auditory tests when the subjects were asked to recall the numbers. A lot of them just couldn't recall many, if any. I think the highest score was 2.5, which is like really low compared to the visual test, where each person had a score of about like 6. Which, I mean, it's interesting testing short-term memory like this, and like more specifically working memory. We're seeing that, at least in this case, that auditory is a lot harder to keep in your brain. The test is a little unfair though, where Miller's magic number is obviously 7 plus or minus 2. So having 10 numbers kind of stretches Miller's hypothesis a little bit. And in the case of the auditory, it actually, if you want to use our data, our like shaky data at best, you could say it disproves his theory, because humans couldn't even remember 5. But we're not at the scope of that to test if Miller's magic numbers is true or not. When I was looking through the procedure and I was making the procedure initially, I did think that this test was going to be super heavily influenced by the serial position effect, where the front and back numbers, or like the front and back numbers, we're gonna see the most recall. And that was kind of true for the most part. A lot of people got the first two numbers right and then kind of faltered in the middle and end. So we could say that the serial position effect was present there, and it did matter. In some ways we could have improved the experiment, like having a camera stand would be nice. Right now my phone is propped up against my monitor, and not using a double-sided whiteboard would probably be a good idea, so they couldn't see the numbers possibly beforehand. Not that it really showed. It didn't seem like anyone cheated. Let's just say that. It'd be interesting if, expanding on this test, if we could test other forms of memory, like echoic memory, where maybe someone would read a list out, like a similar list of like 10 items, and then maybe randomly ask someone, what was the last thing I said? Or something like that, to test auditory memory. We could even test mood congruent memory if we wanted to, by getting people in different moods to perform this like visual and auditory test, and see if mood congruent memory actually affects each kind of memory. Maybe when you're angry, you see things less. You see red, so you can't see the numbers well, and you don't remember them. But that is my psychology final. See you later, alligator. Ah!